What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ryan. Happy New Year. Hope everyone had a safe and happy New Year and kept your body largely under control. And we are back to action. We're baction. Remember, every shred of information we put on this channel is brought to you by a couple products. We still got some specials, but mostly they ended, so I'll run through those real quick. Number one, the Cortex stack. Well, that's at 31 bucks, but you can get it for 26 if you use the coupon code 5, F-I-V-E. That's cheap for Cortex. I mean, Cortex is a very, very powerful motivation, verbal fluency, mental energy stack. You can get that at livecortex.com. There's a special we're running that if you buy Cortex at 33 bucks, we give you Smarter, Better, Faster audio for free. That's the audiobook version of Smarter, Better, Faster. That's only going to last a couple more days. We sort of did that toward the end of the sort of Christmas, New Year holiday, and that's going to be lasting a little bit. So again, buy Cortex for 33 bucks, get Smarter, Better, Faster audio for free. That is a custom link, and it's going to be in the description below. If you need my help on formulating stacks or figuring anything out with nootropics, or if you just want to ask me questions for 40 minutes, get our 40-minute consulting program. Basically what we do either way is we can do all that, and then we formulate you 5 to 7 custom stacks for you to try, and then work with you via email after that to get them perfected. Get that at livecortex.com. If you're an executive or a business person and need larger scale, more comprehensive consulting, we have a 3K and a 5K package. Those are 3.5 months and 6 months respectively on consulting with me, unlimited calls and emails, and then us formulating you custom stacks that we think you should try and mailing them to you. So we actually mail you the nootropics. You don't have to do anything there. Last thing, if you are a man and you want to boost testosterone, I can't tell you how much it's changed my life. I'm so much leaner. My sex drive is through the roof. I feel like when I was 20, 21 years old, it'll change your life. It's also anti-aging. And having high testosterone makes you a different person. It makes you a better man. We've got a protocol for it. It's called the Viking Testosterone Protocol, and you can get that at livecortex.com. If you're thinking about doing it, go pull the trigger now. We'll get you in ASAP. All right, so 2 questions I want to address that were on the Nootropics subreddit that came through. The first question is Noopept. Basically the guy was saying, I wanted to take Noopept intranasally, but I got a capsuled supplement of it, and there's filler in there, I think. And so I cannot, take it intranasally. What do I do? Or he's kind of just asking, like, how do you go about that? And I think he's sort of kind of asking, like, why is there always filler and all these supplements? A lot of the times, first of all, think about Noopept. You're taking it in super small doses, so to even make the capsule look like it's got something in it, you know what I mean? They're probably putting something innocuous in there. Usually, it's like a harmless amino acid or even a beneficial amino acid like L-leucine that goes in there. And that's totally fine. Do I think you should insulfate L-leucine? Probably not, because ultimately you want Noopept powder, which you can get from Nootropics Depot, a pure bulk Noopept powder, and then distilled water, and then so you can make your own Noopept nasal spray. I guess the question about fillers, in addition to a material issue, a lot of companies, and I didn't have any idea that this actually happened and why there were extra ingredients in supplements. I was like, why are people doing this? Are they doing it to bulk up their supplements? What I found out in manufacturing Cortex, having a lab manufacture Cortex, is that they have what's called flow agents. And flow agents are essentially, I'm going to say, a chemical compound that helps grease the wheel in the supplement manufacturing mechanics, like the actual machines. A flow agent, it actually helps the chemicals flow through, and they usually, again, use a very innocuous and most times beneficial compound like L-leucine. So if you look at the Cortex stack on the back, it actually has L-leucine in it, very, very small, almost undetectable quantities, because it's used as a flow agent within our supplement manufacturing lab, which is a company called Nutriscience Labs out of New York. Okay, so that's my take on that. Don't insulfate that. Get the Noopept powder, get distilled water, read instructions on the web about the ratios, and go to town and have at it. You could also get Noopept nasal from Nootropics Source and probably Nootropics Depot at this point. Next question, pretty important question for folks. This came from the Nootropics subreddit, and what I've noticed about the Nootropics subreddit over the last year, 2 years maybe, is that they've sort of moved from exclusively talking about like aniracetam, oxiracetam, the rest of the racetams, modafinil, kind of classical nootropics, piracetam, even like centrophenoxine, alcohol, all that stuff. You really, really see that stuff talked about to a large extent there. And they've moved more toward just talking about fringe, some fringe stuff. There's been discussion on SARMs there. There's been discussion on some new research chemicals, which is fine. But a lot of it is sort of not nootropics based. But also interesting questions like this. The question is, what happens if you take a lot of theanine? And what this guy is talking about is 5 grams, 25 grams, or even 50 grams of L-theanine, the amino acid. So my take on that, and the guy does have a sort of a disclaimer or something where he's like, I have zero intention to make myself a lab rat in this, and I don't want folks to go and try this. I'm not suggesting that people try this. I'm just sort of asking if anyone did. The answer to that question is nobody really knows, right? Because, who's taken that much theanine? I might have talked to like 2 or 3 people max in my day who've taken like 3 to 5 grams, and that's basically where they stopped. And for those people, I think one of them, it made them really, really tired and they couldn't really function and they just kind of wanted to lay down. And the other 2, it gave them a profound anxiolytic effect. And that was fine, And I think 5 grams is nowhere near the LD50, the lethal dose of L-theanine. So that's absolutely fine. I would say if you're wanting to high dose with theanine, definitely stop, probably go below the 5 gram threshold. Go 1 gram to 4.5 grams and then keep it there. I probably would imagine you'd be getting diminishing returns the more you went up at that stage anyway. And that's just not a compound that you want to take in such high doses. Like you're trying to achieve something where there's something else wrong that's in this case probably making you super anxious. And you've got to figure that out rather than like dose theanine at a level that is frankly ridiculous. You should not dose L-theanine that high. So that's my take on that. Attack dosing, which is essentially what that is, that's like very, very hardcore attack dosing, is useful for certain things, like paracetam in the beginning to sort of get your brain acclimated to it and for it to start doing its thing. And then you take lower doses in the ensuing days thereafter, weeks through experimentation, and it works fine. And the attack dose seems to kind of jumpstart the whole process of it all working, but and that's useful sometimes. It's useful sometimes just to get master performance. If I'm working on a 1 to 2 day sleep deficit and there's a few other things wrong with my life, like super high cortisol, I've been working out too much, I just haven't been doing things right, then I will attack dose racetams and go higher on my dose on modafinil, and it actually just makes me function really awesomely because I'm in a serious deficit at that point. So that's what I have to say about that. Get Noopept powder, get distilled water, find the ratios, make your own nasal spray. Do not make the nasal spray with whatever filler or flow agent could be in the supplement. And if you're going to take theanine at super high doses because you want to experiment, do not go above 4.5 grams is what I would say, okay? Thanks so much for watching, everybody. More videos to come. We got a lot to talk about, a lot of questions that are left unanswered out there on the web, and I will do my best to answer them. Remember, so Cortex stack right now, $31 at the website. If you want to support us outright, we would love that. If you need a discount, just use the coupon code 5, F-I-V-E at livecortex.com. Takes it down to $26 right now. We have a special which is on a specific link, which I'm going to link to below. It'll be the first link in the description here, which is if you buy a bottle of Cortex at $33, you get Smarter, Better, Faster audio for free. That's the audiobook version of Smarter, Better, Faster, our book that we wrote to teach you everything about nootropics. Gives you stacks, gives you philosophy, gives you more. Consulting. If you need my help on nootropics, get the 40-minute call package. That's the first base level package. Going up from that, if you're a business person, entrepreneur, angel investor, need comprehensive nootropics consulting, or someone to just like formulate you nootropic stacks, send them to you, help you work to perfect them. We have a 3-month package, 3.5-month package, and then a 6-month package respectively. Those are obviously more pricey, but it's a both of those very, very good, widely used services where we formulate stacks and then ship nootropics to you. Couldn't get any easier. Last thing, if you're a guy and you need to raise testosterone, I mean, I'm telling you, it'll change your life. Once you get your sex drive back, your confidence back, your muscle building capacity back, your fat loss capacity back, you sleep better, you're focused more during the day. It's like a different feeling when you have high testosterone. And guys know that from thinking of when you were 20 and you had that feeling, when you were just on your game, motivated all the time, a lot of energy. That's testosterone. We've got a protocol for it. It is called the Viking Testosterone Protocol, and you can get that at livecortex.com. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll talk to you next time. My name is Ryan Michael Ballo. For 6 years, my sole mission has been to improve the performance of my brain. This is why I created Cortex. My mission was to build a nootropic stack that gave me extreme focus, powerful motivation, and a heightened cognitive state. And after years of experimentation and a comprehensive beta testing protocol, and putting together the most powerful nootropic compounds on the planet, I found what I was looking for.